What's going on, you guys? Steph back with another video, man. Trying this new video settings, man, on this update on this phone. Kind of like it. It's really clear. But this is the thing I want to talk about, man. And honestly, too, I got like two little stories. So, this guy hit me up, man, and he wanted my okay, we'll just say advice. Because I guess he was going through it with somebody, found out it was a girl, and he had like a rough time with her, and the girl was basically, you know how these women are, playing games on him, making him feel low, using him. It was a whole lot of nonsense that I don't even want to get into it with him. But he wanted to know, Steph, man, should I... Ooh, hold on, let me fix this here. He was like, should I try to hear her out and be friends with her and all this other stuff? And I was saying it like this: who the hell cares? Who in the world cares, man? Because he kind of was explaining how his life is, and he's trying to get better. And it's like, like most men trying to climb and get and do better with themselves. And I always say it like this: you should be worrying about your family and trying to make more money, right? And this ties into another clip that was on Instagram. Shout out to MJ Get Right. He had a Instagram reel saying, "Why doesn't your ex text back?" And I really simply say it like this: you should be worrying about why the business hasn't started. You should be worrying about why you're not making the amount of money you should be making. You should be worrying about why you working at a job that you really cannot tolerate, but you just saying to yourself, I gotta pay the bills. You should be wondering why you're not in control of something you have going for yourself outside of work. Because like a lot of us do this. Oh, I go home, go to work. Well, I'm at home, I go to work, and I go hang out with the buddies or trying to see what's popping on the weekends. And we do that same cycle every single day or every single week, and just hoping and praying for like dreams to happen. That's why I tell guys, you should be doing something at least 1 or 2 hours, at least after work. Because if not, you're going to be stuck in that same cycle. Or like I say, if not, man, she's thin. She is skinny. Anyway, white women out here. Yeah, like I was saying, you should be doing something like that, having something of sovereignty. Because one thing I always learned, if you're doing something, it takes you away from, damn, I got to clock into this job that I'm not really a fan of, or it's boring, right? A lot of people say, oh, I hate boring days. Well, you have the rest of the time after work. What are you doing? Right? And all this stuff ties into, you should not be worrying about no female, meanwhile you still right here. Right? And that's why I say, get life right, man. Stop worrying about the wrong women that are literally draining your energy, man. And I say this stuff a lot is because text messages like these, well, I wouldn't say text messages, people got like guys like this still stuck in that same cycle. And it's like you wonder why you're still in your 20s wondering. Shit, when like I say all the time, back at home, I was like, you know what? Something's got to change. And then when I did one thing right, I said to myself, you know what? I could continue doing something else. I can continue to grow. Instead of being around small-minded people who just gossip, be angry, and complain all the time. ever since like I did that one thing, I was able to be like, you know what? Change gotta happen. So what did I do? Change shifts, get better cars, being more consistent at the gym, really just doing certain things that I love to do. And it got me away from the garbage and negativity. A lot of you guys, you like to stay in that. Y'all like to indulge in that crap. And it's like, why you keep yourself there? Because you like to stay in garbage. You like to stay in nonsense that don't make no sense. And all that stuff is complete bull crap. Talking about I gotta tolerate it. No, you don't. It's because 1 or 2 hours of doing something that you love to do, you don't wanna get involved into it. But you wanna still be doing the same thing, hoping and praying for change. Don't work like that. Right? Even when I was scrolling through TikToks and Instagram and stuff like that, I said, yo, I gotta make a video, man. I got no choice but to make a video. Because if not, I'm doing what everybody else is doing. Nothing. Right? Nothing. That's why I tell guys, man, do certain little things that will trigger you to be like, you know, I gotta stay focused on this. Right? So many people tell me, yo, why you ain't got no girl? Why you don't chase nothing like this? Because, man, professional model, man, being a pro gamer, right? I'm having conversations with people who are in these industries. Like I'm having great conversations with my homie, man, who's a well-established actor. He's telling me, yo, submit to other agencies outside the stop limiting yourself. And I was like, you know what? He's right. He's actually back at home. But he's not doing what the average person back at home is doing, clocking his ad. This dude is literally going for auditions, booking stuff, and on top of that, too, living a life of sovereignty. He's his own independent boss. And those are the type of people you should be having conversations with. Those are the circle of people you should be locked in with instead of locking in bull crap. Dudes out here sleeping with older women. Man, get up, man. Y'all can't be doing all that. Dudes out here chasing the wrong females. Meanwhile, you know damn well this woman ain't doing nothing and I'm not doing nothing. So what does that make us? Both two stupid dummies. Because you don't focus on the things that matter. You focus on the things that don't matter. And you wonder why it's each year, nothing changes. Same cycle every day. Or you're waiting for an opportunity instead of taking your own opportunity. That's why I tell you guys all the time, man. A life of peace, doing what you love to do, man, is way better. They say the grass ain't greener on the other side. But when I tell y'all, when I left home and I left that bullcrap job, I was saying to myself, yeah, the grass was greener. Yeah, the grass is greener. Yeah, you taking a lot of risk. You know, you starting all over, moving to a different state. But yeah, it's well worth it. It's because, man, gotta continue going for it every single day. Because if you don't have change, you're going to have people like this wearing you down all the time. And you're going to be wondering, why am I not doing something? Oh, that's why. Because of my people around me. That's why I tell you guys, gotta change your circle of people, man. I'm hanging around people who are very well established. So let me be around that and be influenced by that and still locked in and focused every day. Instead of locked in with people who just not doing nothing for you. That's not living. That's not living at all. But like most people, they want to stay in that. So it's like, switch it up. Switch it up, man.